and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. This is FRP Explains. I am Rausan Pereira. Over the last few days, we've seen some trends on Twitter asking the Prime Minister to quit. Some of the trends are quite nasty as well with the kind of language that has been used. My question to you is, at a time when we are going through such a difficult phase, do we need a country to be leaderless? Do we want to go forward without someone being at the helm to take those tough decisions? I agree and I understand, and I've also said in the recent past that the political class has failed us. It has been a failure of the central government as far as trying to stop or prevent the second wave. The states too have miserably failed. We've done badly, there is absolutely no doubt about it. But can each one of us also touch our hearts and say that we indeed followed COVID-19 appropriate behavior all through these times? We had festivals in October, we had festivals in January, and after that as well. Did we follow the norms? We can blame the government, we can blame the states, but the state governments as well as the central government time and again reminded us that COVID-19 is not beyond us. Please follow COVID appropriate behavior. We didn't do it as a society, as a community. So we too are to be blamed for where we are today. The governments at the center as well as the state level clearly believed that coronavirus has gone, India has escaped. India, we are used to eating, हम लोग यहाँ पे च्यवनप्राश खाते हैं, BCG vaccine लगवाया है, तो nothing will happen to us. We were sitting on our high horse thinking that we do all of these things, our immunity is strong, we are really great people, so nothing is going to happen to us, was the general consensus that we all came to. So when the second wave came, yes, there were people within the system and from outside the system as well who were warning us that there could possibly be a second wave. But going by what we had seen in the previous months, we just didn't believe that India could be affected. We just thought that India will sail through this particular pandemic. But that was not the case. So when it hit us, we were caught off guard. During the first wave, we didn't know what it was, so we made some kind of preparations. During the second wave, we just didn't care. We just didn't believe that, India can be so badly affected. Once again, I come to the point and state, yes, it was a failure. It was a failure on all our parts. It was a collective failure, not just the failure of the Prime Minister or not just the failure of certain chief ministers or some other administrators. Fine, I give it to you. Let us ensure that the Prime Minister resigns. Do you want this person to lead the country? Or do you want this person to lead the country? Or maybe even this person? Whom would you choose? Are they fit to lead the country? The person at the helm right now has been given a mandate. The people of India have chosen him to do a job. And the people of India have trusted him and given him the reins of India to ensure that he leads us in the right way possible. Yes, he has faltered. But is it right for us to use the kind of language that we are using against the Prime Minister? I am not talking about the person here. Now I'm talking about the position. We are talking about the Prime Minister of our country, a proud nation. Is this how we treat the position? Is this what we bring it down to? Richard Nixon, the former US president, in the 1970s, called the then Indian Prime Minister a 5-letter word. How are we any different? We were really upset at that point in time. Indira Gandhi was a strong leader and she led from the front. She made Nixon wait. There are a lot of other things that happened back then. That's a story for another day. If we do it, then people around the world will also feel that they can do it against our Prime Minister. Criticize by all means, I'm not saying no. But also maintain some decorum. I've seen some YouTubers and others on social media use some deplorable language against our Prime Minister. Let us respect the position. Let us respect the fact that it is the Prime Minister of India. And if we do it, the rest of the world can also follow, and the rest of the world also can do it. And that's not something that we want. Coming back to this point of criticism, yes, it is the duty of each and every citizen of the country to ask the government questions and also hold the government, both at the center and at the state, accountable for their actions. We have erred. There is no doubt about it. There is a problem, and there is not a single family, not a single individual in this country who can say that he or she has not been impacted by the pandemic. We have all lost near and dear ones. We have all been impacted beyond measure as far as this pandemic is concerned, and we are upset. Understandable. We are also upset as a system. We should be upset at ourselves too for what we have done or for what we haven't done. Instead of grinding our axes, crossing our swords, let us work together. Let us stop this blame game, because this blame game is not going to get us anywhere. Yes, the central government was caught off guard and we were perplexed, but at least now we have a roadmap. At least now we have a vision as far as vaccines are concerned. When people, those who are influential, have money, have left the country and run away helter-skelter for your vaccine tycoon not being here in the country at a time when we need him to ensure that he delivers on what he has promised. We are going through times like this. So let's not forget that these are difficult times. In spite of all these difficulties, we have come up with a roadmap. We have come up with a plan. Let us give the Prime Minister and the central government another chance, another reason to do their job. And if they do not perform again, we are right here to take up the matter once again, and the court of the people will decide the future fate of any politician or anybody at the helm. We can then put heads on sticks and walk around. But for the time being, let us stop the blame game. Let us work together. Let us stop this issue of, it is a state subject or health is a matter that the states need to take care of. Let us put all of that aside. Let us not go into it at all. Let us, for a change, work together as one nation, put aside our differences. Only if we come together can we defeat the pandemic right now. Don't forget, there are talks of a third wave, a fourth wave. So for all you know, things may only get worse in the months to come. Let us prepare for that. Let us not see what we've seen over the last 2 months later on as well. So all I'm saying is maintain some decorum. There is no better leader to lead us in this time of need than Prime Minister Narendra Modi right now. Let us not fight with each other. Let us come together on one platform, on one page, and take this nation forward. And looking at the current crop, looking at the current people that we have at the helm, I am categorically stating and suggesting that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is there for a reason, and he is our best bet. Let us put our faith in him and let us ensure that we do this as one nation. If we don't, and if there are problems in the near future, we will look at it once again and we will take it up then. That's it on this edition of FRP Explains. If you like the content, please like the video first, subscribe, and then hit the bell icon, followed by all notifications. For those of you who would like to come forward and make a contribution, you may do so by using our UPI IDs. A small contribution that you make will go a long way in us bringing you this content. So kindly continue to show your love and support, because I need it now more so than ever. That's it from me. See you again next time.